seal hole.
I don't even think it went through.
Dude, that's crazy.
Nope. Maybe hurt like a motherfucker.
That would definitely hurt.
Alright, M80A1 take 2.
Oh, it came out the side.
I think the side just ripped.
It stopped it again?
Maybe? I really don't want to undo the two.
No, don't. I'll shoot it again.
Yeah, it looks like it just went out the side. I mean, just ripped this, separated it from the backing. I need to get tougher material on the edge.
Oof. Fix your thing.
Where's that at? Okay, go.
Bottom right corner.
Yes. The one on the top went through, apparently, but the one right next to this one somehow didn't go through. I'm not sure how that works out, but... So yeah, we have 4 hits of M80A1, and I believe only 1 penetration. Quite the significant back face. This is our only penetration, I believe. We have a potential penetration here. I'm not really too sure. But yeah, the 2 shots that were right next to each other somehow managed to both stop. I'm not even sure how that happened. And this one ended up going through, but apparently, maybe I don't even know. But yeah, this edge wrapping, sort of like, I don't know, stretchy spandex, polyester or nylon. It's kind of a weak point in the design. Also, my straps for some reason didn't really hold up all that well. The strap in here like literally just got taken out from in between the laminated carbon. Somehow it literally ripped itself out from between 2 epoxied layers of carbon fiber. I'm not sure how that happens, but it did happen somehow. I'm not sure if that's the case on this edge one, but obviously we're going to find out. That's the whole point of the teardown. Here's the 2 backing layers of carbon. Here's our bunched up polyethylene. You can see here all the straps detached from the back are well attached to the front, obviously. Well, here's the PE. Shrieking blades. You can see light through the top one. Bit of the round in this one. Obviously there's a huge mess here. Bunch of ceramic right there. Okay then. I'm not even really sure what just happened there. Actually, what just happened? I must have cut something that was holding something back and then it slingshotted. It was as if something just freaking exploded though. I mean, I can't even bend this. So, definitely the ceramic seems to be pretty good and pretty intact still. Just that edge foam. Take that off. Get a look. I mean, I'm gonna just put a lot of force on this to pull this off. And nothing fell in, nothing cracked. Oh, there goes my glove. I wonder why they adhered so well to the front but not the back. Just too much force for them maybe? Because I mean obviously it was designed to, the round's gonna push everything out the back, so. I'm literally trying to bend it. I cannot bend it. So the ceramic is pretty well intact still. It's pretty interesting, pretty impressive actually. Really like that. Just the 2 layers of carbon on the back and the 3 layers on the front with that air mid. Held it together really well. Because previously, I think we did what? We did like 3 or 4 layers on the back. Hopefully I can take this apart. This is the back piece. This is the front. So the first round hit like right here. It didn't even go through the first layer of polyethylene. In fact, it barely even made it to the polyethylene. This is the one right under it. And this is the one that went through. See, basically a clean hole for the most part. I mean, this stuff is like relatively rigid still. This is the back of the round that we can see in there. Not sure how I'm gonna get that out, but see if we can maybe find anything in this mess of fibers. Ooh. The answer to that is yes. That is a very big chunk. Let's make sure this is in frame, guys. Let's check this out. I don't know if you can see that in there. that is majority of the core. Two M80A1. See if I can't clean this up a little bit. Anyways, there's that. Pretty amazing. I don't really see anything else in there. Couple little pieces. Honestly not, I'm pretty sure this is, I feel like the cord is in there somewhere, but I can't directly tell because it looks like it's just surrounded in copper. Obviously that's not how the round is. It's very heavy, so, but the magnet is not attracting to it, so. Oh, it is a little bit. Maybe it's in there, maybe it's not. I don't really know. I'm not an expert on the internals of M80A1. Not a very deep crater, honestly. But yeah, that's really all there is. Let's see if we can get everything we've collected in here relatively clean. All these random fibers. Pretty much. And then star of the show, M80A1 core. But yeah, pretty impressive, I think. 3 out of the 4 stopped. The first one potentially being survivable. Just as a size reference, M855A1 versus M80A1 core. Obviously these aren't fully intact, but the diameter is roughly the same. I mean, it's compared to the fully intact one. But yeah, things to change. Higher quality PE. I think we've basically reached the limit of improving this plate, this design. Obviously for like higher tiered threats, you would need to upgrade your ceramic, so like M2AP, but then you're reaching the territory of like level 4 plates, and this was mainly supposed to be like a level 3-ish, as we don't really want to go anywhere over 6 pounds, or even really hit the 6 pound mark. We're currently, with this plate, with the outer wrapping and everything, 5 pounds, 13 ounces, about 6 ounces lighter than our Mark 1 version that failed to stop even a single round of M80A1. So we're lighter, we're about the same thickness. The actual armor itself is a little bit thinner, but with all the outer wrapping and everything, they both come out to roughly 0.90 inches. but we're 6 ounces lighter, and we can actually stop the M80A1. So improvement wise, Mark II is definitely very good and definitely way better than the Mark I. We can try to do something about those straps. I'm not really sure what I can do to make them, you know, work as straps a bit better. I literally glued them between, you know, fabric, compressing them in each direction, and they just didn't work. Maybe I can make them longer somehow. That would probably work, honestly. That way it's not so easy to just rip them out, because when obviously it gets hit, and then the strap is here, and this one's to get pulled away, and then essentially they just rip. Not even rip, the fabric itself, the glue just detaches essentially. The glue essentially fails before the fabric does, but if I give the glue more surface area, obviously I think it would do a little bit better. So yeah, that's really all I can change. Higher quality PE, some type of Spectra shield, you know, Dyneema, Honeywell, some type of, you know, name brand. PE would definitely help. Something a bit stiffer that can handle that back face. And yeah, trying to fix those straps, probably just longer straps, honestly. We're gonna probably up the weight a little bit by doing so, but it will be worth it in my opinion. We can keep that plate together a bit better. And try to prevent that PE from shrinking up, which will improve multi-hit capability, even though it's already pretty good. But those two things are mainly what we can improve. Otherwise, I really like this plate. Cost wise, I don't know. I think it took me like maybe $200 to make everything. Okay, that's a bit of a lie. Maybe $250, because the PE itself, they're about 40 bucks a plate. So 2 of them is 80, and then the strike face is about 100. So that's, you know, 180. Then you got resin. I think I used like, I think this 1 pint. Anyways, this resin is like 50 bucks, I think, for the 2 bottles. I used about like, I don't know, I want to say a fifth of the resin in there. So let's just say it's $15 roughly for resin. And then let's say another 30 for the fabric, even though that's a bit of a stretch, but you do have to buy in bulk, so you have to keep that in mind. Roughly 125. So yeah, I'd say about 250 bucks for these plates, compared to a lot of the stuff on the market that is in the same, you know, performance range. That is probably pretty good, especially for its weight. I think you could definitely find a lot of cheaper stuff that would perform just as good, maybe even a little bit better, but it's going to be at those higher weight ranges, just because they're using alumina, which is obviously cheaper than silicon carbide. But you can get those high performances just at that a little bit of a weight cost. So I think for how it performed, its cost, and it's relatively easy to put together. I'm basically just gluing some stuff together. Everything is pretty much prefabricated. I just take it apart and then re-put it back together how I want it. And yeah. So let me know what you guys think about this plate, about its weight and its cost compared to its performance, and if they even out, I guess you could say, and how you think they perform compared to, I don't know, other plates that are actually listed, you know, models that people can actually buy from actual companies. And let me know, obviously, any changes, any ideas. Always looking to improve stuff, so if you have an idea that can definitely improve this, let me know. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm not really sure when that's gonna be, but I'll keep you guys updated.